You are, Tyler. You are in frame. What? Oh, you have a jacket on.
You like my jacket?
Yeah, I used to have a jacket like that.
Sweater weather.
I think I was in like 6th grade or something.
Making a comeback. Actually, this is from last year.
I think everything's making a comeback now. Jinkos?
Not those.
They're making a comeback.
No.
Yes, they are.
Never.
You know what else? You know what all the high school kids are wearing?
What?
And one basketball shorts. Boys
boy.
and girls.
Oh, boy. Boys and girls.
Yeah, it's crazy. Baggy and one shorts.
What happened? Where has this world gone?
I don't
All right,
know.
you ready?
Yeah, let's rock it.
Here we go. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode, another recap from KOTC. We are your hosts, Tyler and
Jimmy Miller.
the one and only Jimmy Miller. We both, shockingly, were in Dallas last week.
Yeah.
I was not there very long. Poor weekend for me. Jimmy was there a little bit longer than me.
I was there for a whole week, bro.
Yeah. So a ton to get over to cover today.
Yeah.
It feels like forever ago, but it was only a week ago that we had the MLP pop-up tournament.
MLP Cup.
MLP Cup, is that what they called it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pop-up tournament. That's actually
That's a good name for
That
it.
is a good name for it.
So we'll recap that and then get into a ton of other events. Obviously, Worlds happened. Mm-hmm. We had a lot of drama. Mm-hmm. We had some big upsets, some big wins.
We had big wins.
We had some big fights.
Annalie Waters getting carded, losing a game because of it. We had
Real
some
quick, Jimmy,
celebs.
should animals be allowed on PPA premises?
That's the next question. I think we should discuss that today.
Okay.
We had torn labias. We had
What's a labia?
yeah. We had a pulled hammy that cost somebody a win.
Okay.
And no trainer available. So this player had to use another player's physio that they paid to travel with them.
Okay.
What a world. It was wild. A lot of stuff. We had Hunter Pence.
Huge shout out to Shadows Ablaze, Matt.
Yes.
He 3D printed a net, but I'm
That's
trying to
sick.
figure out how to put it together. So
Tyler is
it will
not good with Legos.
It will be put together next week.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Hunter Pence, former San Francisco Giant, played 4-0.
Nice.
Eric Decker, former Denver Bronco,
Okay.
played. We had T.O. was there.
T.O.
Dirty Dirk. Now, they played the celebrity event, but those Hunter Pence and Eric Decker played in the actual Worlds.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Pretty sick. So,
James
anyways,
Valentine was there with Maroon 5.
James Valentine. It looked like everybody and their dog got tickets from James Valentine. I have yet to get tickets from James Valentine. James?
All right.
Hit up another
big
James.
shout out. This podcast would not be possible without our title sponsor for this year, which is the Picklr. We love the Picklr. We are inside the Picklr. We were actually locked out of our own podcast room, which kind of delayed this, but we were able to break in,
Yes.
get in. It's very secure. So thank you to the Picklr, also the Picklr in Lehigh. If you're interested in starting your own business, pickleball business, reach out to the Picklr. They are the #1 leading indoor pickleball facility in the entire world. They should have over 62 open locations by end of year.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody and they said that their next competitor has just around 20 that are open.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, Picklr's crushing it. So over the weekend, they had a court out there. Shout out to Kate. Kate was manning that court mostly by herself all week. Womaning that court.
Yeah.
Did you know she's like an Olympic skier or something, or snowboarder, or
I think I heard that.
something like that? Like, she's kind of a big deal. Anyway, she crushed it. But I was working the Stack Vulcan trailer, and by working I mean I showed my face a couple times. So shout out to all the actual Vulcan and Stack employees that were grinding, selling everything under the sun. Those guys are the real MVPs. But we had some items shipped to the Louisville Picklr, which is about 20 minutes or so from the facility. So we pull up with Augie, you know Augie, and I walk in, dude. Maybe it's just like the reminder, but I mean, all the Picklrs are just phenomenal top to bottom. They're so clean. The layouts are insane. Like, the minimum standards that they require are incredible. And Louisville was no joke. Like, I was like, I even commented on the guy, and he's like, well, he literally looked at me. I think his name was Kevin. This is true story. By the way, someone said they like when I say true story.
True story. Is it a true story if you don't say it's a true story?
No, it's not. I could be lying. 50-50. So he goes, I said, dude, this is so nice, blah, blah. And he's like, he looked at me like with this weird, funny look, and he goes, well, have you not been in a Picklr before? Like, they all look like this. And I was like, yes, I have, but I was just a little bit taken back. So anyways, Picklr, yeah, dude, they're crushing it. I mean, the feel inside, it's the lighting, this court spacing, there's nothing better. So sign up. You can actually sign up for 30 days for $30. Try it out.
Big time. Big savings.
Big. And holidays are coming. What better holiday gift than a membership to the Picklr?
Show the ones you care about.
Yeah.
That you love them.
Maybe like, be like, hey, maybe you can, burn some calories, please.
All right. Also, big announcement. So
Huge.
with our code KOTC, most of the time with our sponsors that we work with, it's just a standard KOTC code. For PPA and MLP tournaments, up till now, it has been code KOTC. However, they have decided to switch things up. We still do have a code with PPA and MLP, but the codes are getting very unique. And so we are going to attach a screenshot to all the tournaments that we have available, and then the code that is associated with those tournaments.
Tyler, why? Why are they doing this? Is it because we're too successful?
That's a great question.
Is it because we've had so much success? Did you know that we are the #1 podcast of selling PPA and MLP tickets?
And then they cut our code.
And then they're like, hey, guess what? How about KOTC LAK LND 2026 8-01 for Lakeland?
Yeah. So long story short, we still have codes, but you have to use these unique codes, which will be attached to this video right now and also in the description below.
Oh, and I will say this, by the way, for MLP, we were able to, thanks to the best employee in MLP history, Danielle, we were able to come to where it's just going to be KOTC 26.
Well, as of now, the next KOTC won't be for like 4 months or so, 4 or 5 months, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying at least.
I wouldn't be surprised if it changes by then.
Okay, well, I trust Danielle. She's Italian. She wouldn't do that to us. Okay?
The powers that be might, though.
Listen, Samin, don't. Okay? Don't do that. All
Okay,
right.
We also have a Cameo. If you're interested, we actually got a Cameo request as we were watching Worlds, so we knocked it out. So if you're interested in sending a birthday gift to your friend or something like that, sign up on Cameo. And then last but not least for now, Flickweight. We absolutely love Flickweight. They are the best weights possible for your paddle.
I met him.
Really cool people.
I met him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool guy. Met his wife. Super chill. She actually did a Cameo.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And so anyways, they're awesome. Cameo request. Yes. Not a cameo, but Cameo request. They're awesome people. Like, listen, you want to support cool people, the cool company. They're doing cool things. Flickweight. Check them out.
It makes that sweet spot even larger. A lot of people will get these weights for power, and it does increase power, but it also enlarges that sweet spot even more, and so it makes it feel like the entire paddle feels just super clean.
Yeah, it feels more stable. Like you said, you can mishit a little bit, which, gosh, we do. So, yeah, check them out, Flickweight.
All right, you ready? Real quick, so we are not hiding. We're not running away from this. We did have our little, I don't even know what to call it, exhibition match against those two influencers. I can't remember their name. We will go into detail on a separate video. I feel like we need to pay it respect.
They deserve it. Shout out to, listen, Camilla and Ava, they deserve it. We will pay the respects to them.
It's tough when you play against them because you feel bad.
Look, I had mixed emotions. Their boyfriends were sitting there, husband. I don't think either one of them has ever actually won on a PPA sanctioned court. Mm-hmm. And so we actually gave them that opportunity. They even turned on the scoreboard for him, like I said, just like the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah.
They were able to feel like they're actually under the lights, playing on grandstand for the first time ever. I think it was a big deal.
It was, yeah.
And so for us, you don't want to crush their souls.
I have 2 girls. And just I want to raise them with positivity.
Yeah, like
And
as a dad.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, look, like we've all watched Angel Reese try to make layups in the WNBA. This was no different, but on the pickleball court.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? At the end of the day, congrats to them. I hope they feel great about it. We might have saved a couple of lives, by helping with their depression.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
we will hold true to our word and we'll make some separate videos. But yeah, we just wanted to give a little bit of an update.
Are we supposed to say Ava and Camilla are our daddies or something?
Yeah, something to that effect.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah, I can't believe they would even
Is
ask
that
for
worse than Jake Gelver's tweet?
Which one?
That said he would commit atrocities with Rachel or for Rachel?
If Rachel asked, he would help her out.
Does he mean kill somebody or does he mean like... I'm confused by that.
We'll have to get him on. I saw him there last week. I talked to him briefly.
Is that inappropriate? Does he mean like inappropriate thing? Like, does he have a crush on her?
I think he's a fan.
Or is he just like...
I think he's a fan.
I would go to the ends of the earth for this woman.
I think that.
Interesting. I did briefly talk to him for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I actually feel like him and I think we would get along.
Are you guys one and the same?
No, we're not. But remember, he hated on me. He made comments about Lane having to hang out with me, kind of shit on me, low key, even though I've never done anything to him. But
he's catching strays right now.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying that I think him and I would be cool. We both love the Kawamotos, both big fans.
Yeah.
Right.
Both big fans of Rachel. Can't stop talking about her.
Absolutely love Rachel.
Bobby as well.
I think Rachel is an incredible player and an even better person.
Yeah.
She's not a mean girl at all. Doesn't come off like that one bit.
What you were saying about her that one time when nobody knew, was that true?
Doesn't bully people. Always outgoing and pleasure to be around. Yeah. And Bobby, they did a Bobby cam. Did we talk about this?
Go for it.
They did a Bobby cam.
Yes.
Which okay, I got to tell you a story. Let's get right into it.
Is it true or false?
This is a true story. Okay, so Rachel and Jade, she played with Jade. Okay, Jade is the lefty, Tyler.
Okay.
Rachel and Jade were playing, and they were playing these two girls. I don't even know who they were. I can't remember their names, and that's really rude of me. Maybe it was Brooke Caruso and someone, I don't remember. But the dad of one of these girls was getting very loud. And every time the one girl would hit a decent dink, it ended up being 1-1, honestly. But every time the girl hit a decent dink, the dad would yell something like, "That's the pattern. That's the pattern. Now you know. You got him. You got him." He was just being a supportive dad.
Okay.
Every time the dad would go to cheer, every single time, Bobby would cheer louder. And he would go, "That a boy, Rachel. That a girl, Jade. That a girl, Rachel. That a girl, Jade." Every time the dad went to cheer, he would be like, "Great shot. That a girl, Rachel. That a girl, Jade." Over and over and over. He had to have known him, didn't like him, something, but it was incredible. The dad couldn't even get a word in it, to the point where the mom was laughing because every time, and the dad would start to cheer on purpose and then stop, and then he'd be like, "There you go, Rachel."
Just like that?
Just like that. Yeah, he has it's this Jersey Irish accent he was doing it in. I don't even know how to explain it. You think where's Bobby from?
Why are we talking about Bobby?
Well, I'm just saying, the point is it was pretty funny.
Though somebody did ask in the Discord, they said, is Rachel his sugar mama?
Well, yeah, dude, he was an MLS soccer goalie. I can't imagine he made a lot of money. But maybe he has another job.
A lot of the tournaments lately.
Yeah, dude, look, if I'm dating a girl and she's a professional at anything, you bet you know what, I'm going to be at every event.
Okay.
I'm going to ride those coattails. Look at Annalie. She's got Lee. She's got Steve. She's got Steven's brother. She's got bus driver. And now she has a dog trainer.
But she does not have barbecue.
Scott, I know. But there is a guy.
Missed that guy.
Guy came up to me, clearly part of the entourage. 42 AL hats, backpack, the whole get up. I don't know what his role was, but he did tell me he loved the pod.
Hey, she just started a new YouTube channel.
I know. Anyways, point being, the whole point of that story was that they did a bobby cam.
Yeah.
And he did nothing the entire time.
It was like the Duke cam.
Yeah. Literally just sat there and said nothing.
Yeah.
But then when he wasn't on camera, he was kind of entertaining.
Okay. All right. So MLP
Here we go,
Cup.
Rachel. Okay. Let's go MLP Cup, Tyler.
Okay. So give us the rundown. So it wasn't a last minute tournament. However, a lot of the players either did not know or forgot about it. Also, many of the players already hit their required events for MLP.
Yeah, I think they knew about it. I just think they chose.
I think there was a lot that didn't know about. I didn't know about it until a month before.
Well,
and that was my fault.
I mean, that a lot of it has to do with who your team is and your owner.
Okay, but there were other people as well.
But I think that the thing with it is there were some players that already hit their minimums, hit their event. So Christian Alshon didn't play.
So there was at least 5 players that didn't play.
AL was sick.
Yeah, Megan was sick.
Megan was actually sick. I saw Megan during Worlds, and she looked deathly ill.
I was sick for one match.
Yeah, you were sick. Connor Garnett got sick, right?
And Etta. They blamed it on me, which
But you know what's crazy, dude? Is Saturday. No. Oh, Friday. Thursday. I got so freaking sick. So sick. Like death.
Okay.
Like laying in my bed, hotel room, and I just saw you on Thursday.
Nice.
I feel like it's your fault.
I'll take credit for that.
You
know who else was sick? A lot of the BYU football players that I never see, and I'm sure they'll blame it on me too. I think there's a sickness going around at this time.
But, dude, I got on the plane. And there's nothing worse than being on a plane and being sick.
Explain.
And I thought, luckily, my seat neighbor, I was window seat. Luckily, my seat neighbor was George.
Wow.
And so George was like, I was like, sorry, dude. Anyways, he looked at me, and I was laying up against the window. Okay, this is way TMI, but I'm laying up against the window. And I feel like I was like sweating. My hat was kind of sideways. I was like, had my sweatshirt. I'm holding it, and I'm like sitting there. I felt like death. And you know how like you have like that 30 to 40 minute window where you can't really go to the bathroom because you're taxiing and then taking off. I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah.
And George looked at me and he goes, you're in a real bad place right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
He goes, you look like you're in a real bad place. Luckily, I fell asleep, woke up, felt much, much, much better. But
It's crazy.
I felt awful. I think it was going around.
Yeah, it for sure has.
Because I actually, the night before, we ate at Terry Black's. I hardly ate anything, which is obviously, look at me, not like me. And I felt sick after that, too.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know if I was going to make it back. So anyways.
Gotcha. Yeah, so long story short, there were quite a few players that did not play in the MLP Cup.
Yeah, so Christian didn't play, AL didn't play. I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah.
So it felt like it was a little bit, I think it had good energy, but it was a little bit, because the night before MLP Cup, AL and Megan played in a money ball at Picklr Universe against Dallas Flash for $2,000 a match. And they were like diving on the floor, going all out, balls to the wall. And then when the cup came, I just don't think it had the same allure. Yeah. So you played. You showed up the second match.
Yeah. So we were in a pool play. Our first match was against the Shock. They lost that. And then after that, I was there for the Squeeze.
Yeah,
Hustlers.
which you won.
Yeah. So.
And you won the Hustlers.
Yeah. We won all of them except for the Shock.
Yeah. So look, here's the reality. You look at these pools. So pool number 1 was Brooklyn, Columbus, Phoenix, Atlanta. I don't understand why Columbus was a 5 seed after they just
why
won.
in the world is that happening?
It didn't make any sense to me. I feel like you should have gone off of playoff seedings, not regular season seedings.
Gotcha.
The regular season is over.
Yeah.
So why not go off of the playoff seedings and how people finished?
Yeah.
Which would have been Columbus 1, Dallas 2, etc.
Columbus didn't even make it out of their pool.
No, that's what I'm saying. Columbus lost to Brooklyn. They ended up losing to Brooklyn, didn't make it out of their pool. So Brooklyn gets out of pool 1. The Fives actually go undefeated. They upset the Mad Drops, which I thought was interesting. So Jade went 6-0. Hunter was just not great. I feel like he wasn't. I just feel like, and in the Dream Breaker against the Fives, he lost like his last 6 points.
Against who? Who was he against?
Will, I think.
Okay.
Or no way. Can't remember. Anyways, it just wasn't good. They lost 21-14. Like you need more out of him. I mean, you have Catherine, you have Ben, you have Jade. You really just need to have a pulse and not suck. And he just wasn't great. Like, it is what it is. I'm not trying to, like, I think Hunter's a good player. He's a great singles player.
Who's better, Yates or Hunter?
Oh, Hunter's way better.
I think Yates is better.
No, you're just saying that because Yates listens.
I love Yates.
You're saying that because Yates watches. Hunter's taller, too, and more handsome.
Yates is great.
Do you think Yates could ever pull someone that is as good looking as Paris?
For sure.
You do?
He's got game.
I mean, homegirl from Utah, Rachel Greco, and Yates.
Yeah.
I wonder if they ever like hooked up, like not hooked up. I mean, like
Connected?
Connected, yes, not hooked up.
I'll have to ask him.
Yeah. Anyways, and then the Flash end up beating the Ranchers to get out of their pool. And then, yeah, you guys went 3-1. That's impressive. Now
our pool was the only pool that had five teams.
Yeah. But you ended up losing to the Shock.
Yeah.
The Shock's point differential is 41%, which is just insane, by the way. So Shock get out. So we go to the bracket play, and Dallas ends up beating New Jersey pretty handily. Again, New Jersey was shorthanded. Shock end up kind of rolling Brooklyn. I felt like Brooklyn's women, it was like 6-6 or something at one point. They ended up losing 11-6. Mm-hmm. And then their men were actually up 2, and they ended up blowing it and lose like 13-11. And so then it felt like...
Side note, for MLP, we used the Vulcan ball.
Yeah.
So a little bit different for the plane.
Yeah, Vulcan V-Pro Flight.
Yep.
Yeah. And so we get to the match, the gold medal match, and Dallas wins women's. Mm-hmm. And you're like, here we go again for the Shock. And Shock end up winning the next 3. And they win the MLP Cup.
Big win for Ross.
It was big for Ross. Now, I want to talk about this for a minute, okay? I like Ross. Ross is a interesting guy. He's funny. I don't know how many sports Ross played growing up. But there is not a picture anywhere of that MLP Cup without Ross Chaffetz's hand on it. His hand is on it. Anna Bright trying to take a picture with her family, trying to hold it. Ross is reaching in. Ross put it on the plane, strapped it up on the jet. Ross had it courtside at the St. Louis Billikens basketball game the next day. He had like the coaches and the players of the Billikens posing with the cup. I love that, like, they're that pumped about it. I think that that's a big deal. I think making it a big deal is only good for the sport. But, and again, I don't mind Ross. But, Ross, you didn't hit one ball in that match. Not a single ball. Let the players hold the cup.
But it's his team.
It is his team, but guess what? Let the players hold the cup.
I did hear that right after they won, the first 10 minutes was a photo shoot of him with the trophy.
Makes sense. I mean, look, if you watch like an NFL championship, they hand the trophy to the owner. Mm-hmm. And the owner holds it. Even in NBA, the owner holds it first. So I get that. But at some point, the players want to touch it.
Yeah. Also, it's just, I'm not going to say players did not take this tournament serious, because they did. But it wasn't part of the regular season. So it was a little bit different.
Are you trying to disparage?
No, for sure no.
Are you disparaging teams that won the MLP Cup?
No, let's talk about Challenger. So congrats to the California Black Bears.
Yeah, so Challenger, Tyler, I wasn't there the first day. I was busy, by the way, winning back-to-back football championships, avenging the loss to that team that watched our pod and tried to get their boys all fired up. And we're trying to, anyways, we won. We avenged that loss. Great kids, good boys on that team. But I just want to make it clear that we did get that dub, okay?
Big
now,
dub.
I missed the first day. So the second day I show up, we lost to Florida, the Smash, without Travis. They had Adam Harvey step in. Lost in the Dream Breaker. Rough. So we've got to basically go 3-0 the second day.
Yep.
And guess what happened?
3-0.
Not only did we go 3-0, Tyler, but we won 1-1-2 in one match. We won 6-1-3. We won 1-1-1 or 1-1-3 in the championship. Something insane like that. I don't know the exact numbers, but we did not play a fourth mixed match or second mixed match at all on Sunday. Our women gave up literally they did give up a few points to the college girls. They actually had a good run. Shout out Mary Monson and Ella Boydston. But our women gave up 2 points against Bay Area and against DC.
Yeah.
Our men were very similar. And we rolled. And we did what we came to do. We won the MLP Cup.
And you got a massive trophy.
Yeah, let me show you. Hang on. I brought it.
Is that silver?
I don't know, but we're going to eat dinner off of it. We're going to serve it. Now, let me
Can I see it?
Now, let me tell you about... It's heavy, huh? Now, let me tell you something about this trophy, first of all.
MLP Cup Challenger Champion.
Now, they didn't give me a stand, so I would like a stand if you have one, PPA, MLP. But they handed it to me, Tyler.
Like Halloween trick-or-treating?
Yeah, I should, right? But here's the thing that's crazy is they gave it to me in a big white box, and it looks like a pizza box, like a large pizza.
Yeah.
You know how difficult it is to freaking pack that in a suitcase?
Carry on, man.
I should have mailed it home to myself.
Got to fly private. Ross could have hooked you up.
Yeah, Ross, I get it now, Ross.
Both of you guys could have had your trophies on the seats.
I know. Ross, I could have sat like this the whole time. Ross had like a freaking pretty hot girl with him. Like, I think it's his girlfriend. And the trophy. He had a great weekend.
He is loving life.
He is loving life.
Still riding high.
He has had a great weekend, and he got to go see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. If you don't know who that is, college basketball player. Yeah. So, big shout out to the Bears. Congratulations to my Bears. Now, I did not hit a single pickleball. So, if you look at the team photo, I'm not in it. I'm in one photo with Samin. After that, it's just the team, just to be clear.
Okay.
Not that there's anything wrong with not having the whole team. Maybe they have better camaraderie than me. But, yeah.
All right. Big shout out to our next sponsor, which is C&D Pickleball Nets. We actually had a good friend of ours 3D print a C&D Pickleball Net. So as I figure that out, we'll get it set up and we'll be able to advertise it. But this is kind of like a miniature version of what a C&D Pickleball Net would look like. Super durable.
Whoa.
Hey, there's like 5 pieces to this.
Yeah.
This is not drawn to scale also. Just kind of a prop. Exactly.
Yeah, listen, there's nothing better than C&D.
We love C&D. We talk about them every single time. Go buy them. Is the best gift. Honestly, it's probably better than a paddle that you can gift somebody. So go gift somebody a pickleball net. They have different price points. They have some that are more economical and then some that are the most premium nets that you can get.
Did you see that they signed like a new 10-year deal for courts at Central Park?
I saw that City Pickle increased or extended their partnership for 20 years. So
20 years.
I would imagine they're the pickleball nets of City Pickle.
Yeah, and and C&D's the net, official net. So
that's awesome. Like I said, go check them out at bestpickleballnets.com. Use code KOTC. It helps us and it gets you guys the best product out there. All right, Jimmy, we have so many storylines from Worlds. We always have people messaging us and say, why didn't you talk about this match or that match?
I'm sorry.
And we just can't talk about every single match. There's too many good ones, so we will just do the ones that kind of got some more attention.
Yeah.
Real quick, we've talked about this numerous times. Parents.
Juniors,
they're wild.
you little a-holes. Look, okay? Parents,
The cheating, the stare downs, screaming.
cheating, screaming, hooking. It's insane. And parents fighting. Tyler, PPA was the same way. PPA Juniors. So let's talk about this. First of all, there's a
Real
video.
quick, Jimmy. I've been watching a lot more sports recently. I've been expanding my variety.
I'm proud of you for that. By the way, we won the MLP Cup, just so you know. Okay.
You do not see this type of behavior in many of these other sports.
No.
Everyone talks about football, how it's so physical, how it's so manly. You still don't see a lot of these things that are happening in pickleball.
Yeah.
And in football, I've seen more unsportsmanlike conduct calls than I thought I'd ever see in football.
Yeah. So
to say that this stuff happens in football or basketball or other sports, it doesn't happen as much.
So there's some video out there. And look, I mean, it is what it is. These are children, so I don't want to call out these kids by name, but I kind of do, to be honest with you. So one of the kids that we've talked about in the past actually ended up getting suspended, and he's been suspended for a few months, so that's good. But there's a girl who I believe she's from like North Carolina or something, And there's a TikTok of her blatantly hooking, literally balls that are this is not an exaggeration. 2 feet in, she's calling out. And she did it multiple times in women's. She did it in girls, women's. They call it women's doubles still. Yep. She did it multiple times in mixed doubles and just freaking continuously hooks.
Yeah.
And it's like, enough with this. Like, it's nonsense. She even was hooking with referees there.
Yeah.
But she continues to do it because the refs are like, oh, we didn't see it.
Yeah.
Because no ref, they can't overturn it. So it's embarrassing. It's like, it's got to stop.
Parents were physically fighting.
Yeah, so a parent.
Not at this specific match, but throughout the tournament.
Yeah, so I guess there's a dad. His son, they're from Texas. His son, I'll just say, I don't want to say the son's name, but I'll say their last name's like Cardenas. He pushed another dad, and the dad fell and hit his head, and the ambulance had to come.
Yeah.
Like, you're a douchebag, bro. Like, you pushed a grown-up over a junior PPA match.
Yeah.
Like, your son is going to win a plastic medal.
Not even that thing.
Not even this elegant plate, but a plastic medal, and you're physically touching another person over your kid's freaking junior PPA match. Like, you guys are clowns. Like, it's
all right,
embarrassing.
So we've talked about this ad nauseum. What's the cure? How do we stop this?
You got to start banning these kids and their parents. Or maybe parents can't come watch. So in our football league, if parents are unruly, this is true, by the way, if a parent is unruly, they get kicked off. Okay? And they're not allowed to watch their kid's game.
Yeah.
If they are allowed back and they get in trouble for a second time, their child has to go with them.
What's considered unruly?
Well, I think if you push another human being.
Sure, but what about screaming or yelling?
Yeah, screaming. Or I literally was in San Clemente when I heard a parent say, if it's close, it's out. Like, dude, you guys are, screaming. Again, they're kids. Nobody is signing your kid because they won 3-5 junior PPA.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they're not. Like, chill the hell out.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing, and you should be embarrassed as a parent. And then guess what? If your little daughter is hooking that much, as a mom, you need to freaking step in and do something. You should be embarrassed that your daughter is acting that way. If I have a kid and my kid is throwing a temper tantrum in the store, I'm going to step in and do something.
Yeah.
Like, it's embarrassing. And it's crazy that it just continually happens. And the problem is it's hard to blame the kids because it's the parents that are more of the problem.
Are you getting choked up? Or
I'm just annoyed, dude.
Yeah.
It's annoying. There's good kids out there, and they're all getting a bad rap because these little dickheads.
Yeah.
It bothers me. Like there's kids that are trying to make a name for themselves, that are working hard, that are trying to grind, or that are just playing for fun, right? And they're getting hooked by these freaking little a-holes.
Yeah. Fully agree.
Like, and the parents are watching it happen.
Yep.
That's the worst part. Not only are they watching, they're condoning it.
Yep.
But then they're quick to be like, not me. It wasn't me. So if you don't think I'm talking about you, I promise I'm talking about you. And if you're from North Carolina, you need to get your little daughter in check.
We should have a board and just put people's names on it.
Seriously, like, maybe that's what it is. Maybe public shaming. But like I said, it's hard. It's harder to blame the kids. Now, look, some of these kids are 15, 16, 17. You're old enough to be held accountable. And
what I've always said is, with line calls especially, it's one thing if it's 1 or 2 times, but when it's repeated. So Memes of Pickleball, they posted an egregious hook from this one player, and I know her personally. And from my experience with them, they've been very honest, very nice, and I think she just saw the ball. Yeah. And that's fine. It's not like she's repeatedly done this.
No, it's one person, one time. That's different, right? But when there is a history of it.
Exactly.
When someone has a history of doing this, and it happens not only in their gender matches, but then it happens in their mixed and then in their singles, it's a problem, and it needs to be fixed.
Okay.
And who's in charge? Is it Jake Weinbach? I think he's in charge of junior PPA.
Yeah, I mean, he was helping. Yeah, I think so.
He needs to step up and do something, honestly. And I'm sure he's trying, but put your foot down.
A stepping stool.
Well, I mean, just because you look like you can play juniors doesn't mean that you shouldn't be in charge of juniors.
Just kidding.
But no, he really, like, I know that I'm sure his hands are tied in a certain extent, and I'm sure he's trying. I'm not saying that he's not, but like at some point there's got to be harsher punishments.
Yeah.
Get rid of these kids. Like, we don't need their $60.
Maybe they do.
No, we don't need their every kid you ban, I will cover their entry fee. Okay, get them out of here.
You heard it here first.
Get those little freaking a-holes out of here. It's not fair to my guy Jack.
Worlds. Okay, so this was the biggest tournament
Or
of the
Leo,
year.
my nephew.
3,000 points were up for grab. I actually think this is the best tournament for me personally.
Do you know if that VIP stays up?
No, they take it down.
They do?
Yeah.
Dang, that thing's like a project.
Yeah. I think they tried to get the permit for it to stay, but the city wouldn't allow it. Anyways. Somebody just responded to you in the Discord.
They did?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about Chris Kelly and Odoff? Everyone getting banned?
Let's talk about that first before we get into Worlds.
He didn't like the way you classified his analysis.
Who?
SNS, yeah.
What did I say? Let me read this. Oh, I don't give a shit about that. Okay, look.
So
Chris
talk
Kelly.
to us.
Sorry. So look, I am a big
PPA has been banning some people as of recently.
So I have always been a big tent guy. Okay, I think that this space is massive. I think that everybody involved in the space in some way, shape, or form can help it grow. Okay. Pickleball needs content creators. They need people to help it grow. So sorry, not sorry, Chris Kelly. He does like recap videos, right? He more kind of jokes and makes fun of certain things. Now, look, I will admit I don't watch a lot of his episodes. I have seen some. I have gone on a couple things that he's done, willing to participate, anything to help. But he makes kind of funny recap videos, right? Like someone gets bagged and he laughs at it, he loves to do that. Okay. And people love it. You either love him or you hate him.
Yep.
And PPA, I guess, told him that he can no longer use their content.
Because from my understanding, he uses the content that PPA produces and then does voiceovers and does replays and slow-mos.
Yeah, he's like in the corner of the highlights.
Exactly. So he's using
almost like a sports center type of thing.
Their content.
Yeah.
And I am no lawyer, so I'm not very well-versed in this area. I'm not sure if it's fair use or since it's on YouTube, they can take it down. Yeah, I know that NBA, for example, they have pretty strict guidelines.
Yeah, NBA started allowing content creators a while ago. NFL does not allow anybody to use their stuff.
F1, I think, is similar. I don't think you can use F1 content.
Yeah, a lot of these guys.
Say that it's unheard of, that's simply not true because there's a lot of organizations that you have to have written permission to use it.
Now I get the argument. The argument is that he's helping grow the sport and he's doing it for free. Well, he's not technically because he is monetizing it.
Yeah, he gets paid, he gets sponsors.
Yeah, so he is monetizing off of the PPA's content. And maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe Pickleball TV is like, hey, we don't want this guy. And maybe PPA is going to do their own similar thing, which is kind of what he alluded to. He alluded to the fact that he thinks Zane is doing something similar. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But here's my thing. It sucks. I get it. I see both sides of the situation. Okay. But at the end of the day, it's like, it's PPA's content. And whether you agree or disagree, like they can do whatever the hell they want. Right?
Right, for sure.
We, for a while, were using some of their stuff. We don't do it anymore. But they could pull that at any second from us.
Yeah, it's tricky because, like I said, I'm not a lawyer.
That's why you should stay independent.
I'm pretty
Quit being a shill. Quit selling out to Big Pickle.
I'm pretty sure you can use, as long as it's under 3 seconds of any clip.
Well, do you remember when he did it backwards? He flipped his whole YouTube channel, and so everything was mirrored.
Yeah.
So that the copyright wouldn't catch it.
Yeah.
Anyways, it sucks because that's basically the basis of his entire show. People are upset. But on the flip side, then there's Odoff. Mm-hmm. Odoff has been an OG fan from the very beginning. He used to post in the YouTube chats, literally.
He was anonymous for quite some time, but if anyone follows Pickleball, they know who he is.
Yeah, but I mean, even that doesn't even matter. He posts a lot of clips, which I'll be honest with you, he likes to show people getting bagged, right? He has some funny stuff. He adds captions when people are yelling at each other so you can actually know exactly what they're saying. I think that about half of his stuff, I'll say, is pretty funny.
Okay.
Right? I don't have any issue with it. And then he has he has his favorites, okay? There's certain people that can do no wrong, which is fine. We all have friends. But then he has this section where I think he comes off as mean-spirited.
Yes, it's
For example,
ill will,
Matt
it's
Manasseh
mean. It's almost
stuff.
like harassing.
Yeah, I mean, I think
To an extent.
I think he goes after
He's gone after me multiple times.
Yeah, I think he goes after very specific people.
Yep.
Right? We know Matt Manasseh is on that list.
Yep.
We know Jared Paul is on that list.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I'm not saying that they had anything to do with, but Matt Manasseh and Jared Paul have a direct line to the very top of PPA.
Yeah, I think it was more so the players, but yes.
And I don't know what he has or hasn't done with players. I do know that there's certain players that love him, that he's friendly with. Right?
It's a very short list, but yeah.
Well, I don't know that. Like I said, I'm not. I think that I'm not in his head. So he ends up getting a letter banning him.
Mm-hmm. And this was after Cincinnati, so whatever tournament that was.
Yeah.
Cincinnati was supposed to be his last one.
Yeah, but he shows up to Worlds.
To
Shows
MLP.
up to MLP Cup.
Yeah, MLP Cup.
And I heard a player actually ask him. I heard a player say something like, "I thought you got banned," and I don't know what his exact response was, but they were kind of laughing about it. And then 2 days later at Worlds, he posts that you finally got me or something. And it looks like he got another letter banning him.
Yep.
Now, I don't know what happened, but the one thing I will say is the day he posted that, Chris Patrick flew into town. And Chris Patrick showed up at Worlds.
Yep.
And I assume Chris Patrick's the one that sent the letter, being PPA's general counsel, so to speak.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he ended up getting banned and he was gone. And, some people are claiming that it's censorship. Other people are, happy about it. Look, again, it's PPA can do whatever the hell they want. Right?
Yeah.
And if players feel like they're being harassed, I'm not saying I don't know.
I think the issue is that a majority of players felt that way.
I mean, yeah,
That they're
I
being
don't.
harassed.
Like I said, I've never asked. I'll be very honest with you. I haven't gone to players and been like, "What do you think of Odolph?"
Yep.
Right?
And me being one that's been targeted by him, I've never said anything to PPA, but I can tell you that other players for sure did not like what he was doing. And it becomes, like you said, it becomes almost personal when he starts posting his stuff.
Yeah. Look, I've seen the Manasseh thing. Obviously, Matt Manasseh even called him out, and I know that Jared Paul even called him out at one point. But then I also heard that Jared Paul bought him a paddle, and it seems like they made amends. Maybe he ended up buying him a paddle, and they I don't know. Maybe Odas sold out to Big Pickle because he took a paddle from Jared Paul.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's interesting. So both of those dudes, they're essentially independent content creators. One of them no longer can use PPA content. The other one's been banned from events. I would assume, I don't know this, but the fact that he's been banned from events, I would assume that PPA is not going to let him use their content anymore either.
Well, I don't think he ever had permission in the first place.
Yeah. So I would guess that that's got to be next.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's really harassing players in person at events. He just cheers.
Cheering against them, yeah. I mean, he'll go up to the courts and cheer super loudly and
but there's nothing
obnoxious.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, he would make a great junior PPA dad.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you can cheer against whoever you want. There's nothing wrong with cheering.
For sure. Yeah.
But I would assume that the content, anything that's not original content, they will probably try to shut down. I don't know that, but if you're shutting down Chris Cali, it seems that maybe they're on the hunt. So yeah, I mean, look, I see both sides of it. I think that PPA has reached a point where they have a pickleball TV contract. They're trying to get bigger deals with Fox, with CBS, with ESPN, and I think that they need to possibly shut down some of these content creators using their product so that they can do their own stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Why wouldn't you look? Chris Cali had a great idea. He gets tons of views, right? He's monetizing it. What would stop PPA from going and doing that themselves?
They're not him. People tune in for certain personalities.
Yeah, but is he that funny?
I mean, everyone thinks different things are funny.
Yeah, but PPA probably feels like they could duplicate it.
Yeah. Who would they put in that place?
Zane? Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'm just saying that why wouldn't you try to monetize it yourself?
Yeah.
Why would you let this dude right? Same thing they've done with us. Like, look, at the end of the day, like
The bottom line is
we got our codes changed multiple times. There's million podcasts out there. Pickleball.com is releasing podcasts. They should try to monetize it.
the thing I'll say is, bottom line is, don't bite the hand that feeds you. If they're allowing you to do something and you're trashing them or not being respectful to them or whatever, I mean, you make a lot of jokes, but most of the time it's not personal. Most of the time, sometimes it is, but most of the time it's not personal. It's not ill will. And so there's a line that you don't want to cross, and I think some people cross it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like I said, I don't know what PPA's end game is. I don't know what they're doing, but at the end of the day, it's their right to do whatever the hell they want.
Okay, Worlds.
Right, like, yeah, let's start. Women's doubles. Let's go straight to women's.
Okay, women's.
Women's doubles. So I sat down and I watched this match with two bears, Lane Sleeth, Lina Padiga Maite. They played Jamie Way. You know her from...
Yes, yep.
Did you play with her?
No.
In Japan? No. Oh, no, you played with the other girl. Anyways, Jamie Way and Lindsay Newman. Lane and Lina led 9-1 in the third.
9-1?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Jamie and Lindsay just kept making balls. Lindsay,
Was this round 2? It was round 16?
round of 32.
Okay.
And they just kept making balls.
Gotcha.
And Lindsay is still just a backboard.
Yeah.
And they came all the way back, beat them 11-9.
Wow.
Pretty incredible.
On one straight side out or multiple?
Multiple. I mean, it was a long match. The other match I watched was Rose Van Reek and Shelby Bates play Jesse Irvin and Leah Jansen.
Okay.
It was 10-10, second game. Leah and Jesse won game 1. Second game was 10-10. And Rose hit a ball in the corner that I didn't have a good angle on it, but Jesse called it out. Mm-hmm. I think the fans were probably 50-50 split on if it was in or out. And then the very next point, I think it was Shelby or one of them hit one that was long. And that one I thought was clearly out. Mm-hmm. But both of them were called out by Leah and Jesse. And Rose and Shelby did not like that. They were not happy. No replay. Mm-hmm. Which, again, that is something we've talked about that's got to be fixed for next year. Mm-hmm. If you're playing for money, you can't have... Ben doesn't get to play on every court with freaking replay.
Yep.
While these other players who are playing for the same amount of prize money have no replay.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm not saying it was hook or not a hook because...
Sounds like you're saying it was a hook.
No, you just couldn't see, but it was just a very good match. It was cool to see, some Shelby come over and little APP blood, right? And then as we kind of moved on, there wasn't a ton until we got to the quarters. Or excuse me, the semis. So Jade and Rachel play Catherine in Paris. Jade and Rachel win game 1. They're up in game 2, 7-6, I believe, when Rachel ends up pulling like a hamstring. Mm-hmm. So she takes a medical. Tyler, 20 plus minutes go by and there is no trainer. 0. They're sitting there waiting, looking for a trainer. They're waiting and waiting and waiting.
He was attending to the dad that got knocked out.
Yeah. I was told that he actually wasn't even there. He left. Went to get a cheeseburger. I don't know where he was. So Paris's physio, who travels with her, James, ends up taking Rachel with his own, he has wrap and stuff, takes Rachel in the back and freaking wraps up her hammy. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool of him. Now, if I was Paris, I'd been like, nah. Or I would have said, he'll send you the bill.
Yeah.
But after that, Rachel clearly couldn't move. She wasn't herself. They literally hit every single ball to her. Jade did the best she could, but Catherine and Paris ended up winning it 11-9.
Yeah.
I think Jade and Rachel win that if they don't get hurt. So we get to the finals. Of course, AL and AB rolled all the way to the finals. And then CP and Paris, 11-2, 11-2, 11-5. Not great.
Okay.
So, gold medal number 1 for Annalie Waters. We have a theme, Tyler. We have a theme.
Okay.
All right, moving on. 2. Did you know they did wheelchair doubles?
I did see that, yeah.
And they did hybrid?
And they also did, they did this last year, but the split age.
Split age was sick too, yeah.
They also did a father-sibling, father-son.
Father-son, yeah. So, Brooke Buckner proposed to Connor Pardo to do split age for mixed, but either one can be the older one.
They did that for the U.S. Open like 2 or 3 years ago.
What's the advantage? Like if you're doing mixed, would you want the older? Is there an advantage to the older player being a male or a female?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah. So, anyways, all right, let's go men's.
Have to call up Alex Hamner.
You should.
Like 60 now.
Get Alex
She
out
might
of
be
retirement.
70.
Alex still got it. All right, men's doubles.
Men's.
Utah's own Braden Jacobson. How old is he? 15?
I think 15, maybe 16.
He played with the Rattlesnake.
He did.
Travis Rettenmeyer. And they played Craig Johnson and Caden Nemeth
Yeah.
in the round of 64. And they won, Tyler.
They lost the first game pretty bad.
11-1.
Yeah. And so I was following along with the score. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And then they win game 2 and 3.
Yeah. And then, respectably, 5-7 against Gabe and Ben.
Yeah, so I watched that match,
Yeah.
and it's nothing against Braden. I like Braden. I train with him.
Yeah.
But I think it's going around in all sports and pickleball, but we talk about all the time the hyperbole.
Yes.
PPA, they reposted a few points from that match.
Yeah.
And watching those replays, you would have thought that Braden won or killed Ben and Gabe. They say, oh, look at this 15, 16-year-old phenom. He just destroyed or beat Gabe in a hands battle. It's like, guys, this was 1 point.
Yeah.
1 point.
Yeah, for sure. But look, if you're building a brand, you got to hype up the young kids. The other young kid from Utah, Andrew Caldarella, played with Andre Mercado. So they're both 15, 16. And unfortunately, they lost 1-0 to Grayson and Brandon French.
Yep.
Who then went on to play you.
Correct.
And you guys lost. Tough one in 3.
Yeah, we won the first game, I think, like 11-3 or something.
11-2.
11-2.
Yeah.
And then, we just, they got a little bit hot. We got a little bit not. And they won. It's game 2 and 3.
Grayson and Frenchie are an interesting pairing.
They are. I mean, everyone.
Unique.
I think it is an upset for sure, but it's not like people haven't heard of those names. They've been around for a while. Grayson, when he gets hot, he can beat these top players, and so I still think we should have won, but they're a good team, and so.
There was a couple. I mean, so those guys are a 20, or excuse me.
So the big upset that I saw was AJ and Deckel.
Yeah. So those guys, Grayson and Brandon, are 20, and you're a 12, so it's not massive. But AJ and Deckel are 9, and they played Anwar Braham.
Yeah, and a guy that I've never heard of before,
Christopher Crouch.
Yeah.
Who trains with Rettenmeyer.
Okay.
And yeah, they end up losing in 3.
Yeah.
They win 11-3, and then they lose 11-6, 12-10.
Yeah.
44 beating a 9.
Yeah.
And in those two, actually 7-8 against Onsens and Matt Wright.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they're a good team. I haven't seen them play.
Yeah. So. Well, I mean, they almost lost round 1 to Ivan Yakolovich
And Spencer?
John Sincola.
Okay.
I didn't see Spencer. Did he even play?
I don't know. Real quick,
Oh, go ahead.
Rafa and AJ?
Yeah, so Rafa and AJ that was in mixed.
Okay.
So we'll get to that.
All right, keep going with men's.
The other upset, Julian Arnold and Donald Young lost to Claudio Quinones Garcia and Etienne.
Okay.
So that's another kind of an upset. And then
Tyson and Hunter almost lost to
Protsek and
exactly,
JLG.
JLG.
Yeah. Yep.
And then the next round, Tyson pulls out.
Yeah, Tyson, he hurt his tricep or something is what I was told.
Too much bedroom cardio?
Maybe something. I did see Meg there quite a bit. Just kicking it in the VIP. And then Jack Sock, Blaine Havanier beat James Ignatowicz and Augie.
Yeah, that's an upset.
Dude, Jack's been playing incredible, by the way. I feel like he's been playing really well the last little bit. He played well in MLP. He played well in PPA. And then, so we end up, a couple of big upsets there. But once you get to kind of the round of 16, Roscoe and Wyatt did lose 11-9 in the third to J-Dub and CJ. Mm-hmm. It's respectable. Tyson obviously pulled out. But the top 4 seeds, Tyler, all made the semis.
Yeah.
So it's kind of business as usual there. So Hayden and Fed play Gabe and Ben. Fed and Hayden just basically sped up every ball. They just went balls to the wall.
For some reason, I was thinking this was 3 out of 5, but since it wasn't the finals, it was just 2 out of 3.
Yeah, and they beat them 8-5.
Yep, in 2 straight.
In 2 straight, and Fed actually got a little teary-eyed after.
Got emotional.
He got emotional. Now, this is their last tournament together, is what I was told. I hear the rumors are that Hayden's going to play with Christian next year, and Fed's going to play with Andre Descu.
Okay.
Right side Fed. He's
Thoughts?
embracing the right.
Thoughts? Who's it good for? Who's it bad for?
I think it's good for both. I think they needed a change. I don't think they had a great year together. Mm-hmm. They had a good year, but not a great year. Mm-hmm. So I think they need a change. I don't think, Christian's a good right side player. I think Christian's probably a better right sider than Fed right now because Fed's fairly new at it. Mm-hmm. And I think Andre is probably a better left sider than Hayden, even though it's pretty close.
Okay.
So, but I think it's very close.
Do you know if they've committed for the entire year, or is it just like a first 6 months?
Yeah, I don't know for sure. Yeah. So yeah, that will be interesting. And then Christian and Andre just get blasted by CJ Klinger and J-Dub. 2-4. CJ, you see his windmill spinning all the way around?
Dude, that's incredible.
Dude is
absolutely incredible.
After he carried Dirk Pardo in split age.
Oh my gosh.
CJ's a freaking monster. He's a beast.
That point just gave me so much joy.
It did.
I love it.
So we go to the gold medal match, and J-Dub and CJ actually win game one. It was 8-8, and then they ran off 3 in a row. And then Hayden and Fed got hot. 7-4 and 8. Big H. Federico Staksrud.
Last tournament, cap it off.
Men's doubles world champions.
3,000 big ones.
Big points for them. Congrats. Obviously, those are, I love both those dudes. So it's pretty awesome that they're able to get that win. I know Fed was super emotional, but did you see the picture of Gabe after they lost to Hayden and Fed?
Maybe.
He had like a massive smile, hugging Hayden.
Yep.
Like, what a good friend.
Yeah, that's good.
Honestly, I feel like that was a little bit, it flew under the radar a little bit. But find yourself friends like Gabe, because dudes that are cheering.
They'll have pizza for you.
Well, just guys that even though they don't win, they're cheering for you to win, even if it comes at their own expense. Those are the people you want in your life. Right. And I'm sure Gabe was disappointed, but he was happy for his friends.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty sick. And then Gabe and Ben actually lose the bronze match.
Yeah. I think the first game wasn't close, and then the second game was.
Yeah. So 11-1, 13-11. So Ben actually does not win a medal in men's doubles at Worlds.
Or singles.
Or in singles. Yep. Yeah. Pretty interesting. So, all right.
Real quick question.
Yeah.
Does Ben play singles 2026?
I think he does, but I think he plays a very limited schedule.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Very limited. All right.
We did women's, men's, mixed.
Yeah, let's go mixed.
Okay. Let's speed things up.
Well, should we talk about the Vulcan ball, Tyler?
We love the Vulcan ball. It was used at MLP. They are a sponsor of KOTC.
Yeah.
The V Pro Flight.
Yeah.
So obviously we have these conversations about the balls, and it's not a popular opinion, but I do believe that the points are actually better with this ball.
Yeah, of course
the points are longer. You get the balls a lot more. They're not as lively. The ball's not bouncing off your paddle at these crazy speeds like the Lifetime ball is. And so there are some cons to it, obviously, but I think the pros are really nice to it.
Yeah, I agree. Big fan, obviously. I think
I really do think that the points were longer with that ball.
Yeah. I think the color is better. I think that, we saw a lot of bags like CJ 8-1, J-Dub 8-1.
Yep.
And I think that that's a product of the Lifetime ball for sure. So, anyways, check it out, VulcanSportingGoods.com.
Yep.
They've got bags that are dropping. Check those out. They're dropping soon. We've got hats. They've got all sorts of stuff. And there's a little birdie told me that if you think that some of these new paddles, like the RPM and like the Yola Dual, whatever they call it, there's one that's dropping here in a couple weeks that
I've heard that before, but let's keep our fingers crossed.
Well, I mean, I've seen it, and
I saw the last one too.
Well, it's coming. So, I mean, they don't pay me, so I would probably promote it. All right, so
mixed doubles.
There wasn't a ton of major upsets. Donald Young and Lauren Stratman did beat Lucy and Matt
Okay.
in the round of 64. That's a pretty good upset. You played with Judith Castillo.
Judith,
who was okay with me telling her that she had a glow up. Just to be clear.
Yes.
She was okay.
Yep.
She is very much had a glow up. Got jacked. So yeah, not a lot of big upsets, but Eric Consons and Etta lost to Mari and CJ.
Yeah, I thought that was a little bit of an upset.
Yeah, a little bit of an upset. Nothing major.
Yeah.
Elise and Jay lost to Max Freeman and Leia.
A little bit of an upset.
Again, slight. Jade and Augie lost to John Trong and Alex Trong.
That one I was surprised with.
Yeah, especially because it wasn't. It was interesting. I think Jade and Augie couldn't. They struggled a little bit with the whole double lefty, where like when Augie would end up on the left, he would kind of reach his backhand in, thinking that he's got to play the male role. And
they lost in 2, right? It was
it was 11-5, but it was 13-11 in the second.
Gotcha.
And then John and Alex lost 1 and 2 to Rachel and Andre.
Gotcha.
So very, very quickly. But again, we get to the semis, Tyler, and 1 versus 3. Ben, AL, versus Hayden, AB. And we have 2 versus 4. So the seedings again play out.
Okay.
Tyra and Christian against J-Dub and Georgia. Tyra and Christian win game 1. J-Dub and Georgia win 5 and 6 in the next game. And then Hayden and AB, they win game 2, 14-12. So it's 1-1, and then they end up losing 11-5. But they battled Ben and AL tough.
Yeah.
Finals, one that we have seen. How many times have they matched up now? The Johnsons and Ben and AL.
Honestly, it's probably like 15 to 25.
Yeah. And Ben and AL win it, 11-7, 11-4, 11-7. Johnson just didn't have it today. They didn't look great. Didn't have it. Hayden and AB win the bronze. Tyra stomped off. Got upset at Christian. It looked like she wasn't happy. So yeah, Ben wins 1 gold at Worlds.
Okay.
Annalie, her 2nd gold.
Okay.
So yeah.
Men's singles. What a doozy.
Christopher Joseph Hayward. What is his middle name?
I think Joseph.
I don't know. I kind of made it up.
That sounds right.
Brian? Joseph?
Hey, we did a
Edward?
pod with him.
Yeah, so we did a bunch of mini pods. Let's talk about this real quick.
Yeah.
Bunch of little mini pods. Kind of some randos, but like more like stuff that you probably don't get to hear about much.
Yeah, behind the scenes stuff.
Behind the scenes. So I'm going to share a story. It is on the mini pod from the man himself, but I think it's a funny story. PPA. Gage. So Gage does the audio visual for PPA.
Yeah, he's great.
So he's in charge of like all the AV stuff. So speakers and making sure that.
Been with them almost 2 years.
Yeah, make sure the sound works. He helps with the DJ stuff. Super cool guy, nicest guy in the world. He supports all the brands. He rocks Stack stuff. He's a good dude. So they have a black Ford F450, massive truck. Okay, they have 3 of them. And they parked it at the hotel. And I guess this Cadillac pulls up, drops the tailgate. This is some Ocean's 11. This is the same guy that broke into the Louvre.
Yeah.
Has to be. Drops the tailgate, pulls out a laptop, plugs it in to some part of the truck. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Boom, unlocks the doors, jumps in, plugs in his laptop. Do-do-do-do-do. Truck starts. They're out of there. Steal the truck.
PPA got.
Yeah, steal it. And the cops said that they probably were tracking it. Like they probably threw an air tag in the back and they tracked it until it was like stationary and a place that they could take it. So truck's gone. So PPA.
I think this is actually a little bit more common than people might think.
Yeah. So PPA calls the police, files a police report. So the next day, Gage is in one of their other trucks he's with another dude. I can't remember. And he's driving down the freeway, and all of a sudden, 4 cop cars freaking like surround him, force him to pull over.
Guns pulled.
Yeah, force him to pull over, hop out, guns blazing.
Yep.
He said he had to hold his hands out the window for 20 minutes guns blazing. Yeah, he was like doing like,
That's an
doing the
ab
wave.
workout.
And he said like his hands started to get tired. He went to drop them and they were like, hey, hands up. Pull him out, handcuff him, put him in the back of the police car because PPA reported the wrong license plate stolen. So they thought that was the truck.
So they thought Gage was
the guy and they had found the truck.
Yeah.
And he said he's wearing like his PPA badge and everything. And the cops, he's like, man, these guys, they probably thought that we went all out. Like we even got the uniforms and everything, Like have you ever seen Braveheart?
Yeah.
Where like Mel Gibson like knocks the soldier and then puts on his uniform and runs out? They probably thought that Gabe did that, right? Or Gage, sorry. And so anyways, they end up, he said it was about an hour and a half ordeal.
Yeah. Yep.
And before they finally sorted it out and let him go.
Yep.
But we got PPA employees getting arrested.
Yep.
I mean, just wild stuff. So,
okay, real quick, men's singles. As always, I think this is probably the most competitive field now. I mean, you start in the round of 128, and almost every single match, even in the 128, is very competitive.
Yeah, so Ben loses to Alex Crum. Here's the thing that I'm going to just say that's very interesting. Ben won game one pretty easy, okay? And then game two, Alex wins pretty easy. And then it just seemed like once Ben realized he was going to have to go to game three and he was going to lose game two, it was almost like he shut it down. I don't want to, I don't want to take anything away from Alex, but it almost felt like he shut it down and just decided to conserve energy. It was kind of a weird reaction. So, anyways, big win for AC. I mean, remember he knocked off Fed.
Who beat him afterwards?
Who beat Alex?
Yeah.
He lost the next day. Was it Dylan? Who did he lose to? Let me see. There's so many men's singles matches.
I played singles.
Oh, he lost to Jay.
Okay.
7-5.
Gotcha. I played singles. I played Noe.
Yeah.
I actually had game points the first game, which was a little bit surprising to me. And then I slipped and I drilled my leg that got the stitches, and then I caught myself with my broken hand, and that messed me up for like 5 minutes afterwards. But it was fun.
But you almost had him.
I almost had him that first game. I don't think the second game, regardless of whatever happened, but I almost had him that first game. I think I had 2 game points.
Dude, Michael Lloyd, Brandon French took Michael Lloyd to 3.
Brandon French is sneaky, man.
He
beat Noe in that one tournament.
Yeah.
And he's had some other good wins.
Yeah. So we get to again, though, this is the crazy thing about singles, right? Our 1 seed makes it. Hayworth is still the 13, but the reality is Hayworth is a top 5 seed.
Yeah.
Right? He just doesn't have the points.
Well, he's a top 3. I would say even top 2.
Yeah. So say he's the 3, Fed is the 2, and Connor Garnett's the 4. So again, like the top 4 seeds in essence make it.
Yeah.
So the seeding held out. There wasn't a ton of late round upsets or deep runs by surprising players in this event. Fed ends up beating Connor Garnett 11-4, 11-1.
Oh, the big upset was Protsek over Sock.
Yes, that's a good one. Yeah, that was a good win. And Dylan Frazier beat J-Dub.
Yes, yep.
I know that's a massive upset, but also Augie beat JLG.
He had an incredible run. He beat JLG and then one other person.
Grayson,
yes.
Yeah.
And Grayson was up like 9-3 in game 3.
Yeah, yep.
9-4.
And then 13-11, 14-12, 11-1, he ran out of gas against Dylan, but Augie almost beat Dylan.
Yeah.
So Hayworth and Hunter, Chris Hayworth beats him 11-9, 12-10. Knocks off Hunter. We get to the finals today, and game 1 goes 11-9, really close, great match, and then game 2, Fed caught fire, and Fed wins his second gold.
Yeah.
So if Fed had 2 golds, Ben only had 1. Does that surprise you?
Not crazy.
And then Hunter beats Connor Garnett 2-0. Connor, it's not like him. Maybe he's still sick. So, yeah, big win for Fed. So, Fed, double gold.
Okay, women's singles.
Women's singles went exactly how it always goes, other than, Tyler, Caitlin Christian.
Yep.
Annalie Waters. Game 1. Annalie Waters loses her shit. It was like AL. Dude, let's talk about this for a minute. She has a dog now, and she's got the freaking dog carrying it around.
Listen, I have a dog. I enjoy dogs. I think they're great. They should not be allowed at these tournaments. I'm sorry.
Grayson Golden
unless
and
it's
Hannah
like
Blatt.
an actual service or emergency dog.
Grayson Golden and Hannah Blatt had their dog there.
There's multiple players that have
Emriches
dogs.
had their dog there.
Yeah.
Vivian David had her dog there. Who else?
I don't know, but there's multiple players.
You
that
don't think
have them.
dogs should be allowed?
No.
You hate dogs.
I love dogs. I have a dog, but they should not be.
Well, like saying I have a dog is like, never mind. I won't use that analogy because I'll get in trouble. But
Say it.
because you have a dog doesn't mean that you don't,
No, I like dogs, but they shouldn't be. There's a time and a place for them.
And that event is not
And at PPA events where there's hundreds of people trying to get by,
Well, now the Emmerich's
it's
dog,
just not conducive
the
to
Emmerich's
the
dog will
environment.
fit in the palm of your hand, so that's okay. But what
Yeah.
about Vivian David had a big old like golden retriever?
Yeah.
So Annalie's walking around with her dog. She literally had like a dog handler with her.
You have to.
Probably had a $10,000, probably a $20,000 dog.
Who's
knows?
more expensive, Julian's cat or Annalie's dog?
I bet Annalie's dog, but I bet Julian's cat's close. I didn't get a chance to talk to Julian, so that hurt. But yeah, Annalie kind of lost her crap. She got a orange card or whatever they call it, which
So I
cost her
didn't see.
game
I
one.
didn't see it, but wasn't Caitlin advocating for her not to get that?
Well, AL was like, AL was like pandering to Caitlin, like Caitlin had some say. It was kind of weird.
Puts them in a weird situation.
Put her in a weird spot, yeah. So, but then AL got pissed off and wins the next two, 11-2, 11-6.
Yeah. Though Caitlin was up in game 3, I think like 5-3 or so.
Yeah.
She had some opportunities.
Yeah. But same thing, dude. 1, 2, 3, and then Brooke 1, 2, and 4, and then or 1, 2, 3 make it, and then Brooke Buckner upsets Paris Todd in 3 in the quarters to be the 6 that makes it to the semis. So the top 4 seeds almost made it in every.
That's good seeding. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
I mean, so AL ends up beating Kate Fahey 11-4, 12-10. Brooke Buckner beats Caitlin Christian. So Annalie Waters, Triple Crown, 168 golds.
Passes Ben.
Passes Benjamin Franklin Johns.
To be honest, I'm surprised it took, as weird as it sounds, I'm surprised it took this long.
Really?
Yeah. She's triple crowning in almost everything.
It's true. Dude, by the way, I had so many people approach me at Worlds. I just want to say that I love it. I've said this on the pod before that like I love when people come up and talk to us and say they like the pod. I actually had someone say that they had a bucket list. And their bucket, I can't even remember all of it. One of them was like to play a round of golf with Shaq. And the other one was to meet me.
Boom.
Actually, I think it was to buy me a beer.
Wow.
I didn't have the heart to tell them I don't drink, but they did invite me to Terry Black's one night, which is kind of cool, right? Met so many freaking people, so many fans of the pod. There's some dude he said he met, I think his last name was Budge. Super cool guy. I met B-Mart from the Discord.
Oh, nice.
He actually was winning. I think he won 4-5.
Nice.
I met this guy named Fabian and Kristen. I'm going to not remember everybody, so I'm sorry. But Kristen and her partner are from Indy. Mm-hmm. And I guess they know, well, I don't know if she knows the Kawamotos, but like she works at the NCAA too. And she like saw him in the hallways and like fangirled over him in the hallways.
Yeah.
Just kind of funny. But she won 3-5, I think. 3-0, 3-5.
Big time.
So anyways, it's sick, dude. I love it. I love when fans talk to us. I love when people tell us how much they love the pod. I love when people walk up to me and say, hey, you need to do this. Yeah. I love when people say, where's Tyler?
Doesn't happen often.
It does. I had it happen a lot today. Or the weekend.
Yeah.
I saw a couple where's Jimmy shirts. Yeah. So
Okay,
anyways.
any other topics? We've had a lot of random topics. Any other topics you want to talk about?
I also met Tyra Black's mom.
Let's go.
She's a big fan.
Let's go.
Gail. Hello, Gail. Gail is out here breeding athletes. All right. No, I think that's it.
Okay.
By the way, we did win MLP Cup. I don't know if you guys saw this, but
I never heard that.
we did.
Tell us a story. Okay,
We won
questions.
MLP Cup, Tyler.
All right, you ready? So it looks like we already talked about this. They said, how can the cheating problem be fixed? Spreading to juniors too and parents support. So we discussed that in the beginning.
You should freaking.
Can you talk about
Take those
assigned
kids away from their
seating
parents.
at the Masters and your discount code not working? So as we said at the beginning, we did get a new set of discount codes.
So-
Very unique.
So I met a lady, okay, and I think that you might have met her too. And she has gone to 6 PPA events this year and sat in VIP in every single one of them because of our code. And she even went VIP for Worlds. And she told me that because our code is not working, she's only going to buy courtside for Masters.
Wow.
Because it doesn't make it worth it for her. And so, one, PPA should fix that code. Two, I actually had multiple people come up and talk to me about that. So, yeah.
Yes. All right, good question. Realistically, will players like De Villiers, Newman, Navratil, etc. ever win gold again? Go international, baby.
Yeah. I mean, it's very, very hard to win gold if you're not one of those top 4 teams.
Though I will say with De Villiers, he's been playing the best I've ever seen him play.
Yeah.
I think everyone talks about, oh, he's getting older, he's getting older. I don't think getting older is a bad thing necessarily. It's those that fail to adapt and adjust and learn.
Bro, look at Matt Wright.
Exactly. He's almost 50. He's close to 50, and he's still playing well.
Also, Descu's 37.
Exactly. So just because people are getting old, it doesn't necessarily mean that they...
Now, here's an interesting thing is my opinion. Fed is a great example, okay? Fed and Hayden were doing fine. Were they going to win? Probably not. But they were doing well, right? With Fed on the left and Hayden on the right. But Fed swallowed his ego and he switched to the right. And they put Hayden on the left and they go and freaking win
So
worlds.
you're saying I need to swallow my ego and start playing the left side?
Well, you're in a little bit of a different situation as a lefty. But I do think that like Christian did the similar thing and he was able to get better partners by being willing to play the right. And I think that that's what a lot of these players need to do.
Okay, going back to the question, will those specific players, will they ever win gold?
No. I mean, look, do I think that they can get hot and make a semi? Sure. But the difference between a semi and winning, right? Like, is Jay going to get a partner good enough where they're going to win a gold?
Well, he's been playing with Newman.
And they've done well. They made a couple semis, quarters.
Yeah.
But have they got to a final? No.
No, but I think they have it in them to get gold.
Can Onsens and Matt Wright win gold?
I mean, they got to the finals.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
if one of them gets hot, if Onsens gets hot in the finals,
that's true. I mean, maybe. I mean, look, I never say never. It's not like a Jesse Gabe situation where it's never going to happen. But I do think that it's slim to none.
All right, Jimmy Miller, you are not 57 years old. You're right. He's 60.
I had a lady actually message me that. So, yeah.
Because you told people you were 57. So that was not a true story. So, guys, he did not say, true story, I'm 57 years old.
58. You know, that's my football number, 58.
All right, somebody said, when are you going to start mixing in topspin to your drops? The slice is money, but mix it up. I did for a little bit.
Wait. Can we talk about this? Because I talked to Connor Garnett about this. Connor Garnett said he likes your slice drop. And he said the reason he likes it is because
it allows for him to crash.
It's easy for him to read, and he can crash.
There's pros and cons. I mean, I feel comfortable with it. If you do get the topspin one down and you're effective with it, it's super dangerous. But the margin of error for the topspin is a lot lower than that of a slice. And also, the slice provides a lot more time for either you to get up to the net or for your partner to crash. It is something that I do maybe less than 5% of the time. Maybe I can up that to 15% or so.
Yeah.
Where was the medical during Rohrabacher match when she needed them? Well,
Shake Shack. Dude, he could have been at the Matt Kearney concert. Wasn't that night?
Could have been. Everyone was at Maroon 5.
Yeah.
How hard is it to get PPA to put another dot on the scoreboard to signify the second server?
Well, I think that
they do it online.
Yeah.
But in person, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But you know what we did learn? We did learn that they could have an out-of-town scoreboard, like a ticker, on the courts where you could know the scores of the other matches going on.
Yeah.
And they do have those capabilities. So hopefully they do that soon.
Future is bright. Somebody said, why are those ODOTH and SNS banned from PPA? We discussed
Tyler
that earlier.
Freaking made some calls.
Exactly. I did it all.
Yeah.
Are Shelby Bates and Sophia Sewing Sewing, coming over to PPA in 2026.
I don't think so. I heard that Sophia is just making so much money in APP that it doesn't make sense for her to come to PPA.
How much is so much money? Like 100,000, 200?
Well, she's winning every single event, triple crowning almost every event. And you get, if you play.
So what do you think that is? 250?
Probably
200?
2 to 250, yeah.
What do you think she would make PPA? She obviously wouldn't be triple crowning, but
she'd probably lose in the quarters at best.
Okay.
Probably make $100,000.
Okay.
I think it's significant, but she does have good sponsors. I heard too.
Okay.
I think singles she could win, not win, but she could get to the semis.
Okay.
And I don't think she's better than AL. But
so I was talking to a friend of mine, and
she just played finals today. APP with Amanda Hendry.
He's consistently getting semis to finals on APP.
Yeah.
And he is not essentially getting enough money from that.
Well,
which I thought was interesting because he's essentially getting semis and finals.
Tyler Hayworth told us.
Yep.
I mean, that guy was winning he won for a year straight.
Yeah.
And he still chose to come to PPA.
Yeah, his was a little bit more different though. I think he just wanted to prove he was the best. But these other people, it's more money motivated.
Yeah.
But even then, even when you're at the highest level,
yeah,
semis and finals, you're still not making much unless you're triple crowning like Sophia is.
By the way, can we talk about one other thing real quick?
I'm sure we can.
The retirement of Sam Querrey.
Okay.
It's over.
Done.
He was the pioneer, the first big name tennis player.
Yes.
To come over.
Yep. He was the first one that said, give me 12 months and I'll be top 10 player.
Yeah.
Singles.
And he was not ever. But he is a great guy.
Yeah.
He is funny. He's entertaining. He's going to start his second career as a commentator for tennis. Mm-hmm. Their pod is great. If you're a tennis guy, it's pretty funny. I
heard it does really well. They have a lot of business opportunities there.
Yeah.
We need to step it up.
Yeah, we do. So they're doing really well. So anyway, shout out to Sam Querrey. He's always one of the nice guys. We've had him on our pod before. Super cool guy.
Super tall.
Super tall.
Are you surprised by his success or lack of success in the PPA?
No, because I actually think that his size hurt him a little bit.
I am for doubles. I thought he would have been more lethal in doubles.
Yeah, but he also he was pretty banged up when he got there, and then he had the Achilles.
Doubles, man.
That's true.
He reaches in and he's halfway. Yeah. He's up to the kitchen.
That's true. I mean, he was the number one pick by DC. Number one overall pick.
All right, this is an inappropriate question. They say, which player does the most drugs, recreational drugs?
All of them. I don't know, but I saw Stephen Madonia there.
Doesn't he look like Ogden?
Yeah, he does. He looks like Hunter Ogden. He also just stares at me every time I see him, like with these freaking glazed over eyes, and I just think, how much money do you owe people?
Connor Ogden.
Did you see the two baseball players that just got busted?
I saw one of them, a headline.
Yeah, so basically what they were doing is
rigging something.
They were rigging pitches.
Yeah.
And so guy paid him $5,000 and said, "Hey, make sure that this pitch is a ball. I'll give you $5,000."
The craziest thing to me is you have these players making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I know.
And they're willing to lose it.
One dude's on a $20 million contract, and he literally made $7,000.
Terry Rozier, $28 million
I know.
For $200,000.
I know. But I still think that...
Are they just addicts at that point?
Yeah, they're just gambling addicts, yeah. I mean, look at Chauncey Billups. Dude, he's a Hall of Famer. He's made hundreds of millions.
His was a little bit different, but yes.
Yeah, because he was running the gambling ring. Yeah. But yeah, I think that there's a PPA guy out there, and it may or may not be Madonia.
Who looks like Ogden. Ogden was not happy that I said that, but Madonia was happy that he looks like Ogden.
Yeah, makes sense. They both kind of have that square head.
After the last few weeks, are you ready to agree that MLP is the path to more viewers?
I mean, I don't think MLP Cup is I wouldn't use that as the argument. But I do think that MLP Cup was fun. I think that it was better than most people thought it was going to be. I think there was a pretty good crowd, but I don't think that that's I probably wouldn't say after the last few weeks. I'm not sure that's the argument. Now, look.
He's got that plate right there.
I have this plate. We won. Now, look. PPA, it's like everyone's like, oh, the same four people. You're right. The same seating won over and over, but who won MLP Cup? The Shock, right? Who was in the finals? The Flash. Let's not pretend that there's massive upsets there either.
Why doesn't Georgia go up the line on Ben as much? Seemed like more success previously.
Actually, yeah, that's true. She used to do that quite a bit. And I think that Ben kind of started sitting on it, and now she's never really gone back to it.
Challenger considering rally scoring next season?
No, I don't think so, but I do think there's going to be some fun, different things. I've said this before, but Challenger really needs to be like the test kitchen, so to speak, for MLP, and you need to try stuff and see if it works, and then slide that into Premier.
Why did Georgia and JW look so lackluster in mixed final?
They did. It was weird. It looked like neither one. Maybe they're sick. Maybe it was.
Maybe I got them sick. Maybe I got them sick.
You got everyone else sick. It was freezing cold.
I'm a super spreader.
Wonder if that had anything to do with it. I don't know. JW was wearing pants.
Cow pants?
No, just normal pants. Franklin pants.
All right. We had 2 or 3 other questions.
There's a rumor that AL is going to freaking end up at Yola, by the way.
Because they got the money. Do you hear how much she's asking for?
I heard she's asking for $3 million. That's the rumor. Do you think that she'll end up at Yola? If AL goes to Yola and they have AL and Ben, right? You just drop everybody else, right? You don't need to keep anyone else.
I still think there's value in lower ambassadors and players.
Maybe lower, but do you need to pay Anna Bright whatever? You need to pay.
No, maybe, because if everyone starts to leave, then it dilutes the market.
Ben.
Yeah, but if everyone else leaves outside of AL and Ben,
There's 3 people that move paddles in pickleball.
it's not Anna Lee.
I know.
Ben.
Their paddle shape is weird. It's Ben's 1.
Ben.
Do you know who 2 is?
Tyson.
Christian's 2.
Christian Alshon.
Yep. Because of his paddle, bro. People love that paddle. And Tyson's 3.
You think Christian's more than Tyson?
Yeah, Christian. People love that freaking paddle. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, Christian's 2.
Do you have
Tyson's
data
3.
to back that up?
Yeah.
Huh. I'd be very surprised. Maybe now, yes, but 2 years ago?
Well, when he was with Selkirk, Tyson and Ben were the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So
Interesting.
but AL shape and things, yeah, she doesn't move a lot of paddles. No, AB's paddle does well.
Yeah, there's no company that could pay that unless they were this massive company like Travis Matthews or Nike or Adidas or some of these other.
Rumor is the Nike CEO flew in. He was there for the celebrity event.
I talked to them.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Like actual people who work at Nike. There's always rumors of people, oh, I know I have this connection there, but this was a person that was at Nike.
The CEO of Nike was there. Not Phil Knight, but yeah. I know.
Anything else, Jimmy?
No.
Real quick, let's cap this off because it happened
Elliot
to me.
Hill is his name, by the way.
Because it happened to me. What are your thoughts on players getting dropped?
It's tough.
And we've talked about this.
I think there's a right way and a wrong way to do it.
Okay.
I think it's going to happen, but I also think that there is some sort of it's tough because it's like I see both sides of it. Again, this is like the sorry.
So I got dropped it was.
You can say it. You get dropped by Lane.
I kind of agreed to it.
Yes, but Lane basically was like, "Hey, I'm playing with Riley next year. We want to start early.
Yeah.
Are you okay if I switch to Riley, but you could play with Judith, who was supposed to play with Riley?
Yeah.
And you essentially swapped.
Yes.
You basically did like a full-on like wife swap.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wasn't that used to be a TV show? Wife swap?
I don't know. I'll have to check.
So you guys swap. So look, here's my thought process. It's kind of like the sorry not sorry thing. Okay. This is their livelihood on the line. So I think that like if you feel like you need to do what's best for you, right? And if that's what they feel like if someone comes along and they're like, hey, I think I can make it further with this person, whatever, I get that. However, there are repercussions and consequences to that. And I do think that you start to get that reputation. It's not a good look because there are players out there.
So I've been playing 11 years.
Yeah.
I've been dropped 2 times. Mm-hmm. I've dropped people. I've dropped 2 partners that I can recall.
You dropped Noe for Tyson.
Yes. James.
Not Tyson, James.
Yep.
James, yeah.
Yep. So that was one of them.
Yeah. Tyson dropped you.
Yes, that was one of them.
For James.
Jay.
Oh.
Jay DeVilliers.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So I've done it. So I'm not 100%.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think that it's going to happen. There's no way to get around it. There's no way to avoid it. Sometimes you have to you have someone that's like, hey, I'll play with you, but I need you to commit to me for 3. And you're like, go to this person that you have on a one-off. And, it's a game. And people don't understand. It's not like asking partners is literally like asking people out on a date, right? Like you don't know. And, I've had a couple players that.
But then that person, you shouldn't, or the other person shouldn't commit for X amount of time.
I agree. And that's the other problem is a lot of these players will commit for months in advance.
Yeah.
And then someone better comes along and they peace out.
Yep.
And it makes it tough. I mean, look,
my rule of thumb is if you do have to drop someone, because it does happen, I think if it's greater than 2 months, I think that's pretty understandable.
Yeah.
That gives them a little bit of time to find somebody. And then B, if somebody is significantly better than the current partner that you're with, then I also think that is somewhat understandable. If Ben John comes up to me or my partner says, hey, I want to play with you, you're going to play with him. But if somebody around my level...
Especially as prize money.
Yeah, if somebody around my level comes up to me and they might be slightly better, I probably wouldn't drop that person.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's an interesting...
And I think this is a lot more common than we even talk about. Slutsky in the Discord, he said he had 11 tournaments or 12 tournaments, and he's been dropped this last year, and he's been dropped for 5 of those, 4 or 5 of those.
Guess what? Get better. Improve, Slutsky.
Yeah. I mean, I see both sides.
I know.
That's tough.
I do too. And look, you start to get, like I said, you start to get that reputation, and there's players out there who have a terrible reputation for dropping people, and it's tough, and eventually you're going to run out of people to play with. But I would just say be careful for sure. I mean, I had a player send me their schedule to try because they wanted me to help them try and find some partners, and it's hard, dude. It's tough. I mean, it's a game.
I don't think people realize it. Partnerships make or break it.
Yeah,
massive
for sure.
Anything else, Jimmy?
No, I loved Worlds. Always the best event. If you have never been, go check it out. It is worth it.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
They had Zinn, they had Dude Wipes, they had Insure, which is crazy.
All the best brands.
Yeah, because they kind of all go hand in hand with each other.
Exactly.
So it was awesome.
Okay. We will see you guys next time. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. So even if people cut our commission code, we can still continue this.
Yeah.